Hare Krishna. Welcome you all on 90 episode book reading challenge. And today we are on day 5, reading chapter number 9 and 10, where Mother Yashoda binds Lord Krishna and the deliverance of Yamala Arjuna trees. Om Jnana Timrandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshuru Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurve Namaha. नमो विष्णु पदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नीति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. Welcome you all and thanks again for joining to this journey. So as I discussed earlier, if you have any questions, you can comment on the chat box and I'll try to reply in my next video. So today, just a summary, Lord Krishna has already taken birth. Actually, he doesn't take birth, he is Aja, and he has appeared, and now he's in Gokula, and Kansa is trying to send his demon to kill Krishna. But in the meanwhile, there's a nice pastime, or very famous pastimes happened, and that is most auspicious pastimes happened in month of Kartik. And for that, we actually show lamb to Lord Damodar throughout the whole Kartik month, right? So that is we are going to read today. So that is chapter number 9, where it says Mother Yashoda binds Lord Krishna. I'll give a brief before reading there. Many acharyas, they explain that Krishna, who says, I am the controller of the whole universe, right? In Bhagavad Gita he says, Maya dakshina prakriti suyate sacharacharam. This whole universe is actually being controlled by me and by my energies. And imagine how that person is crying before Mother Yashoda and is getting bound by her. That is only because of love that will go on that. And previously, just a couple of days back, I was hearing a class from Amrinder Prabhu, his guest Amrinder Prabhu. You must be knowing him. He was saying Krishna was crying like that. He is rubbing his eyes so that whole black has happened, and he's trying to show Mother Yashoda that I am the same Jagannath. But though he didn't speak it, but he's trying to show that I am Jagannath as well. So that is how a nice pastimes of Krishna comes up here. So let's read chapter 9. While Mother Yashoda was allowing Krishna to drink her breast milk, she was forced to stop because she saw the milk pan boiling over on the oven. The maid servant is being engaged in other business. She stopped allowing Krishna to drink from her breast and immediately attended to the overflowing milk pan. Krishna became very angry because of his mother's behavior and devised a means of breaking the pots of yogurt. Because he created these disturbances, Mother Yashoda decided to bind him. These incidents are described in this chapter. So normally it's what happens once of a day. Krishna got up early, and while Mother Yashoda was churning the milk, and at the same time she was boiling a pot of milk as well. And Acharya explains very nicely that as the milk which was on the pot, they were boiling because Krishna was going to take it later on. But they thought, as Krishna is drinking the milk of Mother Yashoda, then what is our use? Let us be burned in the fire of the sacrifice. And they try to burn there. And Mother Yashoda quickly get away of Krishna and then went to take care of the pot. And meanwhile, Krishna, he's actually done a very mischief things. And now Mother Yashoda is actually running behind him to catch him. Let's see. So one day, the maid servants being engaged in other works, Mother Yashoda was churning the yogurt into butter herself. And in the meantime, Krishna came and requested her to allow him to suck her breast milk. Of course, Mother Yashoda immediately allowed him to do so, but then she was that the hot milk Then she saw that the hot milk on the oven was boiling over, and therefore she immediately stopped allowing Krishna to drink milk of her breast and went to stop the milk on the oven from overflowing. Krishna, however, having been interrupted in his business of sucking the breast, was very angry. He took a piece of stone, broke the churning pot, and entered a room where he began to eat the freshly churned butter. When Mother Yashoda, after attending the overflowing milk, returned and saw the pot broken, she could understood that this was the work of Krishna, and therefore she went to search for him. When she entered the room, she saw Krishna standing on the ukhala, a large mortar for grinding spices. Having turned the mortar upside down, he was stealing butter, hanging from the swing, and was distributing the butter to the monkeys. As soon as Krishna saw that his mother had come, he immediately began to run away, and Mother Yashoda began to follow him. After going some distances, Mother Yashoda was able to catch Krishna, who because of his offense was crying. Mother Yashoda, of course, threatened to punish Krishna if he acted that way again, and she decided to bind him with a rope. So now Mother Yashoda is actually going to bind Krishna on the mortar of grinding spices, or we call as ukhala. So that normally in India, we have old kind of grinding machine in the wood, and they will put all the grains over there. So now once Mother Yashoda caught him, Mother Yashoda, of course, threatened to punish Krishna if he acted that way again, and she decided to bind him with the rope. Unfortunately, when the time came to knot the rope with which she wanted to bind him was short by distance equal to 2 width of fingers. When she made the rope longer by adding another rope, she again saw that it was short by 2 fingers again. Again and again she tried, and again she found the rope too short by 2 fingers. Thus she became very tired, and Krishna, seeing his affectionate mother so tired, allowed himself to be bound. Now being compassionate, he did not show her his unlimited potency. After Mother Yashoda bound Krishna and became engaged in the other household affairs, Krishna observed 2 Yamala Arjuna trees, which were actually Nala Kuvera and Manigriva, the son of Kuvera, who had been condemned by Narada Muni to become trees. Krishna, by his mercy, now began to proceed toward the trees to fulfill the desire of Narada Muni. So what happened basically? So the acharyas, the previous acharyas, they explained that the 2 finger shot is actually 2 things. Whenever we do or endeavor for anything, the 2 things are required. One is our endeavor, how much we are trying to achieve that things. And the second is the mercy of Krishna. So that is why 2 fingers are always sought. You have to put your all effort, and as well as you need the mercy of Krishna. So both is required. So anyway, we have actually finished chapter 9, and thank you a lot for being with me. And we are going to read chapter 10. That is again an amazing pastime where Krishna actually delivered 2 sons of Kuvera known as Nala Kuvera and Manigriva. So the chapter 10, deliverance of Yamala Arjuna trees. This chapter describes how Krishna broke twin Arjuna trees from which Nala Kuvera and Manigriva, the son of Kuvera, then came out. So what happened earlier? Nala Kuvera and Manigriva were great devotees of Lord Shiva, but because of material opulences, they became so extravagant and senseless that one day they were enjoying with naked girls in the lake and seamlessly walking here and there. Suddenly Narad Muni passed by, but they were so maddened by their wealth and false prestige that even though they saw Narada Muni present, they remained naked and were not even ashamed. In other words, because of opulences and false prestige, they lost their sense of common decency. Of course, It is the nature of material qualities that when one becomes very much opulent in terms of wealth and a prestigious positions, one loses one's sense of etiquette and does not care about anyone, even a great sage like Narada Muni. For such bewildered persons, Ahankar Vimuratma, who especially deride devotees, the proper punishment is to be again stricken with poverty. The Vedic rules and regulations prescribed how to control the false sense of prestige by practice of yoga, yama, niyama, and so on. Tapasya brahmacharena samena cha damena cha. A poor man can be convinced very easily that the prestige of an opulent position in this material world is temporary, but a rich man cannot. I repeat these lines again. A poor man can be convinced very easily that the prestige of an opulent position in this material world is temporary, but a rich man cannot. Therefore, Narada Muni, to set an example by cursing these two persons, Nalakuvera and Manigriva, to become full and unconscious like trees. This was a fit punishment, but because Krishna is always merciful, even though they were punished, they were fortunate enough to see the Supreme Personality of Godhead face to face. Therefore, the punishment given by the Vaishnava is not at all punishment. Rather, it is another kind of mercy. By the curse of Devarshi Narada, Nalakuvera and Manigriva became twin Arjuna trees and remained in the courtyard of Mother Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj, waiting for the opportunity to see Krishna directly. Lord Krishna, by the desire of his devotees, uprooted these Yamala Arjuna trees, and when Nalakuvera and Manigriva were thus delivered by Krishna, after 100 years of the Devatas, their old consciousness revived. And they offered Krishna's prayer suitable to be offered by demigods. Having thus gotten the opportunity to see Krishna face to face, they understood how merciful Narada Muni was, and therefore they expressed their indebtedness to him and thanked him. Then, after circumambulating the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, they departed for their respective abodes. So the teaching from these lessons is that whenever we have so much wealth, and if we don't know how to utilize it in a proper way, we become proud, and then we actually start doing sinful activities. And that the same Nalakuvera and Manigriva, they were the son of Kuvera. Like, wealth is much opulent over there, but they misutilized this. And then, but Narada Muni, being so merciful, he punished him that, you become tree, because you wanted to be naked, so you become trees. The trees, they don't wear any clothes, they are naked, and they stand for thousands years of Devata. The mercy here they got is they could actually see Krishna doing all the pastimes in front of their own. And they got one more boon from Narada Muni, that being the trees, they won't be forgetting their memory, or they will be remembering always that they have been cursed by Narada Muni, and they are releasing the pastime of Krishna over there. So thank you very much for being with me. So we have complete chapter 10, day 5 of 90 episode book reading challenge. And if you like it, please do share with your near and dear ones, so that everyone can get opportunities to hear about Lord Krishna. Sri Prabhupada says, everyone is actually getting benefited by hearing about Krishna Katha. He gives an example of one sloka from Bhagavatam. He says, Akama sarva kama va moksha kama udaradi tibrena bhakti yogena yajite purusham param. So worship the Param Purusha even if you have desires, even if you have no desires, or even if you want liberation. Thank you very much for being with me. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.